Any prayers that we have, we can extend to the family of the pilot, and we will continue to move forward. I'm sure we'll have more news as time goes on. We thank our Colonie Town Library for allowing us to do some staging here inside the library, and we expect 7 p.m. today. Chief, any final words from the fire?
Yes, Michael Romano, R-O-M-A-N-O. I'm the Town of Colonie Fire Coordinator. Just want to say great job by all of our men and women here today. You, as the chief and the town supervisor alluded to earlier, you had the airport right around the corner. They sent their full staff here in immediate response, led by the Chief Dorsey of their fire department. And we're here in Shaker Road Fire Department's district. They are less than a half a mile down the road. They were immediately out the door once notified of the crash and responded, led by Chief Eric Frizzell. Our staff was here. They did a tremendous job. We worked hand in hand with the two fire departments, along with our EMS and our police department. It's really all we have right now, but I just want to commend the men and women of our departments that did a phenomenal job.
Thank you, Chief. Anything else?
Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Smith, S-T-E-V-E-S-M-I-T-H, Director of Communications at Albany International Airport. I just want to provide you with some information from an airport perspective that I can give to you. First and foremost, the aircraft today is a twin-engine Piper PA-31 Navajo. That is a privately owned aircraft. That aircraft arrived at Albany International Airport yesterday afternoon around 12:04. It fueled up this morning and departed Albany Airport around 8:15 en route to Montreal, Canada. As the chief alluded to, there was one pilot on board as a female pilot, and our thoughts are with her family, in the aviation community at this time. From the airport's perspective, the FAA has been notified, the NTSB has been notified, and we're going to be continuing to work with our partners as the investigation is ongoing. I just want to reiterate that the airport remains operational. There are no delays, cancellations to commercial air service at this time. The airport remains fully operational. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? All good? Chief, want to button it up?
We don't have a whole lot of other information to provide you, but if there's anyone has any questions that we could answer, we'll certainly take a few at this time.
Yes, was there any mayday call or a squawk on the aircraft's transponder or anything at all to indicate there was a problem before the crash happened?
I don't have any information on that, Steve.
Let the FAA.
That'll come out during the investigation. It's way too early right now to determine that.
Is anyone on the ground hurt?
Unfortunately, there was a very minor injury. A female Latham resident was walking her dog and believes that she was struck with some debris. She was checked out by EMS and refused transport to the hospital, and she's home now.
Any structural damage in the area?
No, at this time, the only damage would be to that wooded area there.
Do we know anything about the pilot at this point, whether she's local or where she's from?
Too early in the investigation to talk about that.
So, other than that, what are typical next steps when something like this happens? What should we be expecting to hear in the future?
So at this point, we have secured the scene. We have closed the roadways. The fire is out. The danger is over. We are awaiting the arrival of the FAA and the NTSB, who will take the lead in this investigation. We will turn that over to them and assist them from that point forward. You will continue to see Colonie Police, fire personnel, and EMS personnel here. We will be support for their investigation.
When can we expect Maxwell Road to reopen?
Maxwell Road will not reopen for a while, especially in the immediate area of the crash, just because it's right there on the corner of Maxwell by the library here. So from Old Niskuna Road going towards Route 9, that will be open completely, but this area here will be closed for quite a while.
We talking just today, a couple days?
I would plan for it to be at least for the remainder of today, and then after we get into it with the NTSB and the FAA, we'll know more from that point forward.
Are those agencies going to need to survey that crash scene, or what's going to take place? Or they come in and investigate?
We are preserving the crash scene, the evidence that exists there. There is some evidence in Maxwell Road, so that is one of the reasons why it's closed. But yeah, they will take over the investigation. They'll do everything from there.
So, just so I can understand a little bit better, by the way, Alex Babby, WAMC, when something like this happens, is it considered criminal, civil? What kind of investigation is this we're talking about?
Well, right now, this is a crash investigation. Initially, there was a fire investigation for the fire. We have a fatality there, so it's a death investigation. no indications right now that it's anything other than an accident or a crash, but way too early to tell. And once the NTSB and the FAA get into it, it may morph from there, but we have no indication of anything other than a crash.
Do you have experience covering something like this in the past? Has this happened in the area before?
We have had some small plane crashes in the town of Colonie over the past 30-ish years or so. None that were fatal in the last 30 years. There were 2 that I remember that were non-fatal, but the pilots survived. There have been some fatal crashes going back to maybe the 70s and 80s, but that's pre-me. At the end of the day, though, this is something that we are trained for, prepared for, and our officers, the fire department, EMS, state police responded, the Albany County Sheriff's responded, representatives from state DEC. I mean, if you needed them, they were here, and they all acted appropriately. All right.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your patience, everybody.
Deputy Chief, thank you.
I don't know for sure. Do you know, Peter, is that town property? It looks like it. I believe it is town property. I believe they own that service road all the way out, and then